Between 50 and 90% of retail traders lose money. That's not speculation, that's data published by brokers and financial regulators. And the interesting thing is, most of them don't lose because of bad strategy. From what I've seen working with traders over the last 5 years, they lose because of what's happening in their head before they even place a trade. I'm Isiah from the Investors Center, and today I want to share 4 things that have nothing to do with when you buy, when you sell, or which indicator to use. But they tend to be the difference between traders who stick around and traders who don't. Just quickly, none of this is financial advice. These are just observations from my own experience of working with traders over the years. So, rule number 1. Let's start with something small that most people overlook, and that is the color of your candles. It's one of the first things that made a noticeable difference with traders I've worked with. When you open a chart for the first time on any platform, the candles tend to be green and red by default. And that is not just a design choice, it is actually working against you. There is a whole field of research called color psychology, and the studies have consistently shown that the color red triggers feelings of danger, urgency, and loss, while green is associated with safety and reward. Your brain processes those color associations before you have even had the time to read the data on the chart. So every time a red candle prints, your brain is registering a threat, even if you're not in the trade. And every time you see a run of green candles, you feel like you're missing out on something. You end up making emotional decisions based on colors rather than price action. A lot of traders deal with this by switching those candle colors to something neutral, like white and black or 2 shades of gray. It takes about 10 seconds and it removes a psychological trigger that has been quietly sitting in the background the entire time. Rule number 2 is about discipline, and not the kind that happens on the charts. If you have a trading strategy, and ideally you do, then the strategy itself is only half the battle. The other half is whether you can actually follow the rules when it matters. And this is where it gets interesting, because the traders who struggle with discipline on the charts usually also struggle with discipline in the rest of their lives too. They would skip simple daily habits, things like making their bed in the morning, keeping their workspace tidy, or sticking to a routine, and then wonder why they could not follow a trading rule when real money was on the line and their emotions were telling them to break it. Discipline is a skill, and it transfers from every other area of your life. The way you do the small things tends to be the way you do everything. The traders who took that idea seriously and started building structure into their daily routine outside of trading almost always saw an improvement in how they handled themselves on the charts. It sounds obvious, but the hard part is not understanding it. The hard part is doing it every single day. Just a quick one before we carry on. If you're finding this useful, we've put together a full risk management system in another video that ties directly to what we're talking about today. That's on screen now, or you can find it linked down in the description. Rule number 3. Something else that came up constantly was daily limits, or more specifically, the lack of them. One of the most common patterns with traders who consistently blow accounts or have wildly inconsistent results is that they have no daily boundaries in place. No maximum daily profit, no maximum daily loss, and no cap on the number of trades they take in a session. The traders who turned things around tended to have 3 numbers written down before they started their day: a profit limit, a loss limit, and a trade count. When they hit any of those, they were done. Charts closed, walk away. Now, the daily loss limit makes obvious sense. It protects the account. But the daily profit limit is the one that tends to surprise people because it's designed to manage greed. What tends to happen is that a trader has a great morning, starts feeling invincible, takes trades they would not normally take, increases their position size, and before they know it, one good session has turned into a bad one because they did not know when to stop. The max trade count works in a similar way. Even if you have not hit your loss limit, if you have taken 15 trades in a single day, you're probably not being selective anymore. You're reacting to the market instead of planning your entries. The traders who wrote those numbers down and actually stuck to them, even when they felt confident there was one more good trade sitting right there, were almost always the ones who stayed in the game long enough to see real progress. And rule number 4 is your relationship with money. This is the one that goes the deepest, and it is also the one that most trading education completely ignores. A lot of people find their way into trading because they are desperate for a financial change. They have seen someone on social media turn a small account into a life-changing sum, and they believe that trading is the fastest way to get there. Now, trading absolutely can be a viable way to build wealth over time, but out of all the ways to make money, trading is the one that gets promoted on social media as offering the quickest returns, and that is not always the reality. It attracts people who are looking for speed rather than sustainability, and that mindset creates problems before they've even placed their first trade. The problem is that desperation is an emotion, and if your relationship with money is emotional before you even open a position, then every decision on the chart tends to be contaminated by that pressure. You overtrade because you need to hit a daily target. You hold losing positions because you genuinely can't afford to take the loss. You ignore your own rules because the rules are not making you money fast enough. The traders who eventually found consistency often had their financial life in a stable place before they started taking trading seriously. They had backup funds that had nothing to do with their trading account. They were not putting money into the markets that they truly could not afford to lose, and they were not relying on trading as their sole source of income, especially early on. If someone is coming to the charts from a place of financial desperation, they're almost certainly already trading emotionally before they have opened a single position. Getting that foundation right first tends to matter more than any strategy or indicator ever will. So to recap, rule number 1, switch your candle colors to something neutral so they stop triggering emotional responses. Rule number 2, build discipline in your daily life first, because it transfers directly to how you trade. Rule number 3, set a daily profit limit, a daily loss limit, and a maximum number of trades, and stick to them. And rule number 4, make sure your relationship with money is in a healthy place before you sit down at the charts. None of those 4 things will tell you what to trade or when to trade it. No indicator measures them, and no strategy accounts for them. But from my experience of working with traders over the last 5 years, they have consistently been the difference between the people who lasted and the people who did not. If this is the kind of content that helps you, subscribing genuinely helps us keep making these videos. And if there is a topic you want us to cover next, drop it down in the comments because we read every single one. I'm Isiah from the Investor Center, and I'll see you in the next one.